With WWE's booking of Jeff Hardy causing him to trend online and WWE's rejected creative pitch for Adam Cole revealed, this is Wrestling Hub. My name is John and you're watching the Wrestling Report for September 7th. Before we get into the rest of the video, make sure you subscribe to Wrestling Hub and turn on all notifications to stay up to date with everything in the world of pro wrestling. Former creative member of WCW and WWE, Vince Russo claims he is not looking for a job, but a report seems to dispute that. Apparently, a tenured member of the creative team called Russo's claim BS, as he apparently campaigned with Fox and USA to either bring him in or get him in contact with Vince McMahon. While Russo announced today that he took part in a WWE project for Peacock, that doesn't mean he's being brought back for a role in the company, with Ringside News reporting who wants Vince Russo back in WWE. Apparently he does, despite him saying he's not looking for a job. We are told Russo called both Fox and USA in the past year trying to get them to hire him as a consultant or discuss with McMahon the possibility of bringing him back. Following his win over Sheamus at SummerSlam for the US title, Damian Priest talked to Vibe in Wrestling, where he was asked about legends that are part of the locker room in WWE. Priest noted that most are private, but added that Goldberg congratulated him on his win. Actually, most of them are private, but not in a negative way. For example, Goldberg, the last time I saw him, he came to greet me when I won the championship, and before his match, he gave me a hug and congratulated me. He told me that he was happy for me and all of that, and we did not know each other. Those things have a lot of value, because a legend like Goldberg doesn't have to say a word to me. What does it mean for him? Nothing, and for me, it is a world. Now he looks to defend his belt in a rematch against Sheamus at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view late this month. Despite recently signing many big names like CM Punk and Bryan Danielson, AEW is not going to be seen as serious competition to WWE, as Bully Ray noted on Busted Open Radio. I don't think that WWE is going to consider anybody competition until somebody shows up on Monday night or Friday night, or affects their merchandise sales, or affects their global penetration, you know, as an entertainment conglomerate that uses the entire world as their playing field. I think WWE is going to do their own thing these days, and they're going to let AEW do their own thing. When it comes to WWE losing stars like Bryan Danielson and Adam Cole to AEW, Ringside News has reported that Cole and Danielson are all elite, but does anyone in WWE care? Some might, but not those in influence. We asked around about the internal reaction about Cole and Bryan. We were told no one here views it as a big loss. That's the mentality, whether you agree or not. WWE President Nick Khan claims they have their blinders on when it comes to viewing AEW as competition, as this viewpoint could come back to bite them if they continue to let big names go over to this young promotion. AEW had an incredible showing with their All Out pay-per-view with the debuts of Adam Cole, Bryan Danielson, and Ruby Soho. While NXT was thought to be counterbooking AEW, especially after it was shown that those in the back watched the program during NXT, WWE does not just take AEW into consideration when booking in response to big events. As Steve Carrier noted, a lot of fans are asking if WWE is booking in response to All Out. We are told WWE books in reaction to big football games, World Series, Olympics, and college football. It's not limited to AEW. WWE operates in a much larger world outside of the pro wrestling bubble. Following her win in the Casino Battle Royale where she made her AEW debut, Ruby Soho has earned the right to face Britt Baker for the women's title. During the post-show media scrum, she was asked what part AEW played in the women's revolution, as Ruby replied, "I think AEW is a critical part of that. I think the level of importance that it puts on the women's division here, it's so apparent. You see different women each week. It's not the same people. You see different women from different backgrounds all thriving and succeeding and intertwining with each other. And you can go on these journeys with these women, and these women have a voice, and I think this place is a crucial part in the evolution that is women's wrestling, and I think I'm very, very fortunate to be a part of it." Following his win over MJF at All Out, where his career was on the line, Chris Jericho has taken to Instagram to reveal the storyline with MJF was the longest of his career as well as one of the best. Jericho vs MJF was the longest storyline of my career and one of the best. The angle started in September of 2020 and it ended last night at one of the greatest pay-per-views, with the good guy making the bad guy tap out. The angle between the Inner Circle and the Pinnacle was full of twists and turns, comedy, tragedy, friendship, betrayal, blood, bubbly, and genuine animosity, but overall I feel it was a brilliant, expertly told tale that was one of the best in the business from the last 20 years. I hope all of you enjoyed watching this pro wrestling magnum opus as much as we did telling it. On to the next challenge. While CM Punk was able to win his match at All Out, his opponent Darby Allin came out looking like a star against the best in the world. Many fans noticed the similarities this match had to Bret Hart facing the 1-2-3 Kid on Raw in '94. As the Kid himself, Sean Waltman reacted, writing, "I'm honored to have taken part in something that still has influence a quarter of a century later." Waltman also posted a video showing how the two matches had near identical spots, as it'll be fun to see what Punk does next in AEW. A wrestling legend, Jeff Hardy is not only a former tag team champion, but a former heavyweight and WWE champ. This week on Raw, Hardy could be seen chasing after the 24/7 title, something which fans consider to be the death knell for a WWE star's career. Fans venting on Twitter led to Jeff Hardy trending, with many wanting better for the star. Some suggested Hardy be sent to SmackDown, while others think this is a clear indication that Hardy will soon be All Elite. What would you like to see Jeff Hardy do next? Be sure to let us know in the comments. And this was your Pro Wrestling News Update. I hope you're all having a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later.